Hi, g'day. So as the story goes, this is the pay it forward van that I set up nearly 2 years ago. What happened was the lady used it until it ran out of rego. The mechanics at the shop quoted her $6.5 grand to fix it, and she just had it sitting in the driveway since it ran out of rego. Hasn't been looked after. I've got to address a few things on the inside, and it's got the ball joints to do, the bearings to do, hole in the exhaust to fix. So she's been driven normally, but just not maintained. So I'm going to recharge the gas today, get the air conditioning working again, changing the horns because the horns don't work either anymore. So that's them on the ground there. There's a bit of work involved, but I'm going to fix her up, and as it turns out, the old owner wants it back, so I'm fixing her up to go back home. So the struts I'll be replacing, so the tailgate stays open on its own, and don't want to give it back with rust in the back here, so I'm going to cut that out. First I'm going to sand it back to see where the rust starts and ends. I'm going to cut that out with a grinder and plate it and fix that up there. Right, so the back rust looks like it's coming from here and to here. So I'm going to cut that whole section out and plate it. This isn't a video about do's and don'ts. I'm just showing you what I'm doing because I really want to get this knocked over as quick as possible, and filming all the steps in between makes the process 3 times longer. So I just want to keep you up to date with the van, that's all. Okay, so the vacuum is done. This was an on and hour vacuum, and I'm just going to leave it for about half hour, make sure that that's okay. I know it's got a slight leak from the previous owner, had to recharge it once a year. So, you know, on that basis, it's got a really minor leak somewhere, but the system is so big, who knows where it is. I'm not going to investigate that. I'm going to use a repair on it. But I just want to be clear, the original owner is not complaining or anything that he wants it back. The thing is, I got the van back from the lady, and I mentioned it to the original owner that I got the van back, and he's offered a car swap. So to do the right thing, I want to make sure that the van is in perfect running order before I do the car swap. Okay, so that's coming out a nice cold temperature there. It gets right down to 5.5, I think it was a second ago. Wait for it to kick back in again. This is the repair I use on the system. It doesn't harden. It doesn't harden in the dryer or anything. It stays the liquid form. It only hardens up where it comes to contact with air through a leak somewhere. So you want to have a read up about that. This is the first time I'm using the product, but the read up on it and the reviews were pretty good, so that's why I went with it. And there you go. There's I went right down then. I'm using HyChill Minus30 instead of Freon 134A. The bloke to talk to is Walter, so I'll leave the link in the description. And so Walter's fantastic. He will help you out. If you're not sure, he'll tell you everything that's going on, and you know, how to add it, how to do this and how to do that. If you do it without getting his advice and you have problems, still give him a call, because he's fantastic. He had when he was helping me out with my Falcon, he spent, I can't remember, like 3 hours or something like that on the phone with me, trying this and trying that. So definitely, if you're going to buy Minus30 from Walter, give him a call before you leave a review, because he'll instruct you of what to do, and he keeps to his word as well. He will give you back 100% guaranteed, so there's no dramas there. Alrighty, so I'm going to let the AC run for a while because I need that Red Angel rather, to go right through the system to find the leak wherever it may be. So I'm just going to let this idle for probably about another, I don't know, half an hour. And also the AC coming out of the roof, AC is really nice and cold as well. I'll put that up there. Not as cold as the front, but you know, 12 degrees at the front, out the rear, and 6 degrees or 7 degrees out the front. But that could change too with driving around and the AC cycling on the more RPMs. This is the first time it's ran for a while, so give her a chance, eh? I'll also make sure that the drain lines are also not clogging up with water. So you get the proper drainage on the system as well. That's plenty cold enough. The blower could be a little bit quicker. I'm not getting a lot of air, but it's cold air, so it should be fine. Oh, there we go. That makes a big difference. Instead of having it to floor, have it straight to the face, now there's a big difference. Oh, that's huge. How cold do you want it, eh? So you can see with the rust here, that really gets in deep when it gets behind the... When you see the surface rust, there is direct metal behind it, and the rust that's getting onto there just constantly feeds the rust in the front. The only way to fix it is to cut the whole section away, clean it all up properly. I'm going to treat it with rust kill and then plate it and fix all that back up. I got the wheel off to have a look here, and looks like the rotors need some work, and that's from sitting and just rusting, but the brake pads are low as well, so we're going to fix all that up when we do the bearings. And the AC still looks happy, still got the same readings, so hasn't lost any HyChill, so that's looking good. Also, while doing all this, got the new horns in. That sounds sexy. So I've got the temperature gauge in the van with the doors closed, and she's holding 18 degrees, so that's not a bad temperature. I can't complain. What you saw coming out of the vents was 5.5 to 7, but the temperature on the seat is about 18. Till next time, guys, cheers.